Hi folks, I'm here to tell you about my new book, How to Draw Inky Wonderlands. This is the UK copy and this is the US edition. My name is Johanna Basford and I am on a mission to teach the world how to draw. In my new book, I show you step by step how to draw inky flowers, beautiful leafy garlands, insects, underwater scenes, loads of good things. And I wanted to show you page by page what's in the book. So let's do a quick flip through. So this is the new book, How to Draw Inky Wonderlands. In the US, it has a duck egg blue bit here, and in the UK, it has this pinky bit. Of course, I do not have another copy of the book to show you. We open up the book and we have this little flap here. This pattern is on this side and the back cover, and this is the first printed page. This, by the way, is this is basically the cover, so it's a heavy card. The first page of the book has this book belongs to Crest, for you to pop your name in there. And then we have the introduction, some tips for using the book, so sort of my 7 top tips for drawing. Things like always draw in pencil first, remember to test your materials, have fun, why there's no list of contents in the book, spoiler alert, because I want you to flip to and from projects. And also down at the bottom here is the URL that will take you, a URL is like a website link, the web address that will take you to the resources page, so that if you buy the book you get access to the How to Draw Inky Wonderlands resources, which has 3 videos, 3 downloads, and just like some extra bits and pieces for you. This page is the materials page, tells you about all the pens and pencils that I like to use, things like tracing paper, graph paper. And then the book itself is split into 3 sections. So there's garden, forest and ocean. Actually it's garden, ocean and then forest. I don't know my own book. And these 2 pages I wanted to look like end papers in a really fancy book, but I've left a bit here empty for you to either complete the drawing or to draw something else. And as ever, there is nothing down the spine of the book because I know it's super tricky to draw in there. And also, if you have the US edition, which is glue bound, try not to crack your spine, because if you do that, you're at risk of quacking or cracking the glue. This is the UK edition, so it's thread bound. And here we go. These are the tutorials. I'm just going to shuffle this keyboard out of the way. Let me sneak that in here. So the book features tutorials, creative prompts, drawing exercises. All my tutorials had to fit 3 special criteria. They had to be easy, so you don't have to like fail at something, because who needs to fail at things? They have to be achievable, so you can definitely do that. And they have to be useful, because what's the point in learning to draw something completely unuseful when you could learn to draw a nice little flower? Now you could pop these on anything, little wedding invitation, little note for your mom on the front of a birthday card. I love artwork that is actually practical and useful. So all the step-by-steps are basically this format. I'm going to wave this around a bit. The step that you're doing is black. Then that step becomes grey in the next step-by-step, and the bit that you're doing then is black. So every time you see black, that's the most recent thing, and the grey lines sort of fade to the background. So you can see what came before and what you have to do now. And you can draw all 5 flowers in 5 easy steps. This is like an activity page, so you can finish drawing that picture, add some lovely colours. I've seen this page coloured a few times already, so lovely to see. Foliage, so leaves. Here is an example of a page that really is there for you to colour. So it says, embellish the leaves on these garlands with inky details or a splash of colour. And it says, idea, try adding your name or an inspiring quote inside each of the garlands. So with these kind of pages, basically they're there to give you a bit of colouring, but you can also practice adding patterns and sort of little veins and surface patterns to the inside of these leaves. But if you're going to be drawing garlands, here are some ideas for the garlands that you can draw yourself. And, you know, as I say, pop a name in here or the word hello or your website and bingo, you've made yourself something really pretty. This is Botanical Borders, teaching you step by step how to create some nice little borders. Fantastic for journals, diary pages, what else? Letters, I guess. Just checking that my stream isn't cutting out. I hope not. This is a posy. So a posy is like a little flower and leaf combo. These are so sweet. I love them. Another page for you to add details, continue drawing, or to colour. Oh, here's a page that I've been drawing in. So this has some really simple step-by-steps below, and then up top you've got a pretty little page that you can add detail to colour, make your own. This is how to make a little bouquet, another step-by-step, but this time a more sort of complicated one. So more than 5 steps, but it shows you how to do this. You see that? You will be able to draw that at the end. Sorry about my scabby nail polish, folks. A page to colour. Jungle insects? Inky insects. Maybe you can get them in the jungle. A few step-by-steps there. Then another page for you to add your insects to and to colour. So as you can see, there are lots of pages to colour. I know my colourists were a bit concerned, but the aim of this book is to help you draw and colour. And those two things aren't completely separate. You know, they're both part of the same family. Here's a super skill. So this shows you step by step how to do a symmetrical heart, which if you did Inky Art School, you'll know all about already. If not, there you go. Teaches you how to do that. And then butterflies, I basically do the same way, symmetrical. Here is a page of butterflies for you to add details to and to colour. I'm getting a bit ahead of my health self, sorry. Spherical motif, so this shows you how I create those little spheres that you will often see in my colouring book. So this one is just teeny tiny, but sometimes I'll work on ones that are the size of like this whole page. But it's always the same process. Everything I do is a method. I have a step-by-step way that I do it, and then I just slightly tweak it to form variations. So here's a floral garland. These ones were all done doing this method. I just slightly change a few things, apart from maybe this one, which is symmetrical. Oh, I've spilt something on there. Sorry, folks. I do use all these books, so I get a bit grubby. Here's a symmetrical crest. So this is exactly how I do the crest that you see at the front of the book, that this book belongs to page. Here's one for you to add your own little text to. And I also do things like this for my friends when they're getting married. So we'll write the name of the couple in there, and that's really sweet, and it goes on the front of their wedding invitation and their orders of service and all those lovely things. Here's how to create a pattern, step by step, and a pattern that I've drawn here for you to add some colour to. And now we're into the ocean section. So that was garden, here's ocean. Go fish, a few fish step-by-steps for you. Then a nice little seascape to add some fish and some colour to. Ship ahoy! Here is some step-by-steps to draw 2 little fishing boats and a space here for you to sort of practice in. Maybe draw a little message in a bottle. Another page that I've been doodling in, adding patterns to fish. Love adding patterns to fish. A seaweed tangle. I love drawing these. It's sort of almost like drawing a botanical tangle, but I just make the shapes more and more sort of fluid. Treasure. So you can learn how to draw a secret key, a goblet, a jewel-studded crown, a diamond ring, and a lamp that a genie might pop out of. And then here's a page for you to practice on. So the idea with the book is that you would look at these step-by-steps and practice on paper, and then you can use this page here to sort of draw and to colour. You can colour this page as well, obviously, but that way you don't have to worry about drawing on the page that you're going to colour on the reverse. Little symmetrical crab and another symmetrical crest. Quite bare, this one. It was really difficult to not add a ton of details, but I wanted to leave that just bare bones for you to make into your own sort of picture. Here's how to create an ocean pattern. These mega doodles are super popular in my colouring books, so if you love to colour them, chances are you are going to love to draw them. So here's step by step how to do that, and a big bit of paper for you to create your mega doodle in. Another little step-by-step seashells this time. This time as well in here we've got how to do symmetrical crests. So these are ocean themed, but you could make them floral or leafy, and they are lovely for things like menus, headed notepaper, stationery. We did a class about that in Inky Art School as well. How to draw seaweed. And here's another page that I've been drawing in. This is a magical seascape that you have to complete. Been drawing a couple of fish in there. Ship in a bottle. I love these. You'll find these in lots of my colouring books. So that's step by step how to do it. And then here's a few bottles to either add little oceans to, or maybe some forests. I love the idea of an entire world contained within a bottle. It's just such a, you know, it's like whimsical, isn't it? Oh, this page is stuck together. What's going on here? Here's my ribbon motifs. So you'll be used to seeing these in the colouring books. This is step by step how I create them. And then here are some bare bones ones that you can then add more details to and colour. A jellyfish, step by step how to do them. And then a nice little lobster, waiting for some patterns to be added. And we're finally into the forest section. So lots of leaves, as you'd imagine. Page there for you to complete. Some wildflower stems. I just love drawing stem flowers. I think they're so pretty. Leafy bugs. These guys are so popular, and you can use this method to draw like leafy butterflies, leafy rabbits, owls, any animal. I mean, I just draw the outline and then fill it with flowers and foliage. So you could do the same technique here, make your own little dragonfly. Mushrooms and toadstools, step-by-step guide, and then this would be your little magical forest floor scene.